Example 2. Michael Jordan had 36 days to prepare for the season. He spent 50% of his time practicing free throws, one-third of his time practicing three-pointers, and the rest of his time practicing field goals. What percent of the time does Michael Jordan spend on practicing field goals? So first thing we need to do is highlight, underline, or circle important information. So he had 36 days to prepare for the season. He spent 50% of his time practicing free throws, one-third of his time practicing three-pointers, and the rest of his time on field goals. Okay, what percent of the time does he spend on practicing field goals? So I know we're looking for percent. So make sure that you look for what, pay attention to what we're looking for. Are we looking for percent, decimal, fraction? And looks like 36, that is our whole or total. So make sure that you label that. Okay, so first step is I need to break down 36 to find my 50% and my 1/3. So I'm going to make 1% strip for free throws. Okay, so notice that I cut my strip in half because 50% is 1/2. So it's 2 parts. Okay, so 50% is half of 100. So all I have to do is find half of 36 to find my 50%. So 36 divided by 2, because when you're cutting something in half, you're dividing it by 2, which gives me 18. Okay, so he spent 18 days practicing free throws. Okay, so now let's go to three-pointers. Okay, so he spent 1/3 of his time practicing free throws. So pay attention to the denominator. That'll tell you how many parts you need. So notice that I cut my strip into thirds. So I have 1, 2, 3 parts. So he spent 1/3. So I'm going to go ahead and shade in that first part. And I need to find that number. So all I'm going to do is just divide 36 by 3 to find my 1/3, my first part. So that would be 12. So he spent 12 days practicing three-pointers. Okay, so let's go to the next slide, find the difference. So now that I found my free throws, my three-pointers, when I add all these numbers up, it should equal to 36. Okay, so all I'm missing are my field goals. So what I'm going to do is just add up 18 plus 12. Okay, so 8 plus 2 is 30. Sorry, I mean 10. Sorry guys, I'm tired. So 1, 2, 3. So my answer is 30. Okay, so I need to find the difference between 36 and 30. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 36 minus 30, which gives me 6. So I know that he spent 6 days working on field goals. And to check that, just add it up. 18 plus 12 plus 6 equals 36. But we're not done. We still need to find our percent. Okay, so I know that 36 is my whole and 6 is my part. So looking at the denominator, you really can't change this to a perfect 100. So the next choice is to do top dog in the house. But what I need you to do is see if we can simplify it. Okay, always look at the fraction. Can we simplify it? It makes top dog in the house so much more easy. So 36, I know that I can divide them both by 6. So 6 divided by 6 equals 1, and 36 divided by 6 equals 6. So now I can do top dog in the house. And doesn't this look a lot more pretty compared to this? Okay, smaller numbers, easier to divide. So top dog in the house, 1 divided by 6, 1 goes in the house. So 6 goes into 1 0 times. So I'm going to add that 0, a decimal point, and a 0 behind the 1. So 6 goes into 10 one time. Okay, so 6 times 1 is 6, subtract that, that gives me 4. I'm going to drop down another 0, which gives me 40. So 6 goes into 40 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and subtract that again. So 40 minus 36 is 4. Drop down another 0. Okay, 6 goes into 40 6 times. So it looks like it's just going to keep repeating. So I'm just going to stop there. Okay, so my decimal is 0.166. So now I just have to do my butt. So I'm going to move that decimal point 1, 2, which gives me 16.6%.